Hello, people. Welcome to Zyberpunky and Friends, and today we're going to be talking about console subscription. And today, Shinja is joining me for this cool topic.
Yeah,
There's been a lot of problems with it. Lately with both of them.
yeah. Uh, it's just like for some things, I'm like, why? Like, we don't need to pay for this, really.
Exactly.
For other things, I'm like, okay, I can see like, yeah, I'd pay for that. Pero like, for a lot of like a lot of the features that they like kind of give you, it's like, especially with PlayStation Plus, it's kind of like, well, yeah, and for Xbox too, it's kind of like, you know. there's no point to it.
Yeah.
Um, because like for example, like the biggest and main reason people get PlayStation Plus or Xbox Live is to play online, obviously, multiplayer.
Yeah.
Um, but we both know that Sony doesn't really like need to charge for that because on the PS3 it's still free.
Yeah.
But for some reason, there's like, no, yeah, on the PS4, you have to, pay to play online on people's servers and whatnot. Um, and it doesn't make any sense to me. Like, GTA 5, for example.
Mhm.
You can play GTA 5 online on your PS3 or Xbox 360,
Yeah.
or specifically PS3, because Xbox 360 still makes you pay. But,
Exactly.
um, you can play online on your PS3 and everything's fine. You don't have to pay for anything. But on your PS4, um, and Xbox 360, Xbox One, it's like, oh, you need PlayStation Plus or Xbox Live. Um, and then if either of these services go down, if for some reason Sony goes down like it did the other day, where they did maintenance unannounced.
Totally unannounced.
Yeah. Supposedly it was maintenance. Um, yeah, they did that, and or Xbox, apparently Microsoft was having some issues with their servers the other day too.
Yeah.
Um,
About the Snoop Dogg video, though.
yeah, I saw that. It's like, man, I'm trying to play Call of Duty here, and like, I can't get online. Bill Gates, get your shit right.
Get your shit fixed.
Yeah. Uh, I'm laughing. There's been so many stuff with Snoop Dogg recently. It's so funny.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, it's not with the way that it's like, that they're making it super dependent on their servers for you to play online. It it's really a hassle for the developers, and I don't know why they agree you know, to be like, oh yeah, you need PlayStation Plus or Xbox Live to play it.
Yeah. It it sometimes depends on the game. If a game is just like just a campaign or something that it's just like one player only. Uh, this is not an issue. But if it's like Call of Duty that it has campaign and has multiplayer, uh, you know, there's no balance between an online game and an offline game.
It that's like Call of Duty is not even like such a bad thing either, because like Call of Duty at least has campaign on it.
Yeah,
Um, the big one is like the newer ones, like Battlefront, like Star Wars
yeah,
Battlefront. Like the game's fun. It's gotten a lot of crap thrown at it, but the game's fun. Um,
but it's totally online.
yeah, like they they have single player features on it, but the game is an online game. Like, seriously, like
Damn.
it's like so like for example, my PS Plus ran out a while ago. I got it now again, but it ran out and I forgot. And I go to play Battlefront. I had just gotten Battlefront was my PS4, and it's like, oh, you can't play because you don't have PS Plus. And I was like, what the fuck? Like,
Yeah.
seriously, man?
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, I can't play because like I paid $60 for the game,
You pay sixty
and
dollars for the subscription.
yeah, well, actually, I didn't pay $60 for the game because I got the game in a bundle. But
That's
let's
cool.
let's let's imagine I paid $60 for the game, and then if you got the season pass, you paid another $50, and then you need to pay an annual subscription of $50.
Don't forget the
Or
microtransactions.
yeah, so it's like yeah, it's a lot of money. Now, you're paying $50 for multiple games,
Totally.
but still, it's kind of it doesn't change the fact that you're paying $50. Um, and I'm assuming we're getting the yearly subscription because you can get month by month, which is more expensive because it's $10 a month.
Exactly.
Um, so you're paying double if you're doing it month by month.
Like, I know you and me like playing on consoles and all that, and I've been, I have friends that like more PC because you pay less. There's no subscriptions. There's no these kinds of things that you have to pay a lot of money, and they're right. I mean, they don't have to pay for a lot of things, to get online or play online, and uh, what else? Um,
Well, they can upgrade their system whenever they want.
yeah,
Get better.
and also they don't have to like wait for Sony or Microsoft to you know to fix the thing. If they go down again and
Yeah,
again.
like usually like a lot of the games, so the companies they'll have their servers up,
Mhm.
and then even the companies don't have to have their servers up. Someone can make their own server with the game on that server, and just connect. You know, um, not every game does this, but some games let you host your own server, and it's more common with like older games,
Yeah.
uh, and some newer games let you do it. Um, like for example, Battlefield let you buy some of their servers for a while.
Mhm.
And I think they still do was Battlefield 3. I don't know. I haven't played any of the newer Battlefields, but you could buy their servers and you could do whatever you wanted to them, really.
Yeah.
Uh, I don't know if on PC you could set up your own server, but it's basically this similar concept.
Mhm.
So, but yeah, it wasn't dependent on Sony or Microsoft.
Yeah, exactly. Like, gamers like, really hardcore, I mean, uh they don't like to spend a lot of money. We're in times that we need to save money. And today's gamers are like, okay, so maybe building my own PC today will like it'll be better because we all know that consoles they're getting expensive on games and on bundles, microtransactions, basically everything. And you have the PC, you have better graphics, better frames per second.
Yeah. Well, there are benefits to owning a console over a PC, though.
There's a lot. Yeah, there's a lot of
Um,
things.
one of the reasons I like owning a console over a PC is uh, I get a game, I know it's gonna run on my console.
Exactly the point. Yeah.
Um, Now that's not so sure anymore because like developers are being like crap with their games now.
Yeah.
Like the best example I can give is the is Arkham, which one was it? Arkham City
The latest
or
Batman
yeah, Arkham Knight? Is it Arkham Knight?
Origins.
Arkham Origins, that's the
Yes.
latest one. That was it the PC version that sucked and the Xbox 360 or Xbox One version was the only good one.
I think it was Arkham Knight. Yeah, Arkham Knight. Yeah, but also Arkham Origins had bugs. A lot of bugs. Yeah, but both did have. But yeah, the latest one was Arkham Knight, and yeah, it had a lot of bugs. It didn't run well. It had crashes. It had like everything, man.
Yeah, and I think this was like across all platforms.
Yeah.
Um, so it really sucks that you can't buy a game anymore really and feel safe. Like
Mhm.
it's like,
Mhm.
oh hey, why console will handle this? Well, it's like no, like the developers only tried it out on one console and they didn't even do a good job on it. Uh,
Exactly.
so yeah, it's that's not good. Um, what else? Uh, I mean, but for the most part, most games work. Uh, Also like the fact that like it's just like a dedicated sort of like this is for gaming and you know
Mhm. Mhm.
like
Yeah.
I set it up and like it's kind of ready to go for
Exactly.
everything. Like
Mhm.
um
Totally agree.
on on a PC it requires a little bit more work.
Yes.
Um, but in the end it probably is cheaper and is saving money.
Exactly.
But
Yeah.
it requires more dedication. It's like, well, like I need to switch out these parts. I need to get the drivers. I gotta make sure this game works with it. Um, and then you gotta mess around with the settings to get it right for
Mhm.
your
Yeah.
you know graphics card and processor.
Okay, so the other thing was, since you have experience on both Xbox and PlayStation, um, as Xbox Live and PlayStation Network, what can you tell us about it?
Uh, when without either of them, without like when I don't have Xbox Live or PlayStation Plus, I don't really feel any different, really.
Okay.
Like, I mean, like PlayStation Plus gives you some pretty cool benefits, um, but it's not necessary.
Okay.
Um, like they'll give you, like, let's say you're doing PlayStation Plus on the PS3, they'll give you free games, um, and that's really cool actually, the free games. Of course you need to have an active PS Plus subscription the whole time, anytime you're gonna play. Uh, any of the free games you got. But it's still pretty cool. You get a whole bunch of games and you only paid $50 uh that year and you'll get games on your PS4, PS3, and PS Vita. So you get like six or seven games each each month. So that's good for $50.
Mhm.
Like or even $10 a month,
Yeah.
That's still good. Um Xbox Live, I don't think they do that. I think they for a while they started giving games away, but on their site it I don't see anywhere that it says yeah get get games or whatever.
Exactly.
Um, like I don't see it anywhere right now.
Okay.
Um, was PlayStation Plus you'll get your cloud storage also, and then uh discounts on games. that are already discounted usually. You get even more discounts.
Yeah.
Um, and then of course they're like and play online. Those are the only, you know, new features for PlayStation Plus. Uh, Now, like, you don't have to pay to do like the whole streaming as far as I'm concerned. You can still share videos and record videos on your PS4 without having an active subscription, um, which is a cool feature. With the PS4, you
That
could
they don't obligate you to like, oh yeah, you have to pay to upload or stream or
yeah, you can still do party chat and join people in their parties and whatnot, and
without a subscription, you say.
yeah, without a subscription. Like you
Okay.
can make parties with people and you can, voice chat with them and whatnot.
Okay.
Um, so like a lot of the features of the console are still there.
Yeah.
Um, but you're like for the PS3, you're basically paying for additional games and the online storage. Um, and that's pretty good. And they've made the online storage much bigger than it used to be. It's 10 times bigger apparently.
Hmm.
So, and that's amazing. Um, because it's so easy. Like I have my saved data on my friend's PS4s, and I have my saved data on my PS4 too, and I can just pass it around.
Awesome.
Um, and then on the PS4, it's the same stuff. But obviously you'll get you'll get to play online, which, like we said, it's not. That's not. That's not the reason you should be paying for PlayStation Plus, but they're making it a reason.
Yeah, they try to
Uh,
find somewhere some way to to gain their money and
well, they saw that Microsoft could do it, or did
yeah,
it,
yeah, we all know that.
and people they did it successfully. People kept buying the subscriptions because, like, I feel like if people would have actually been like, no, we're not gonna pay for this, you know, Sony might have been like, okay, yeah, that was a bad move. But they saw people kept buying consoles, people kept buying games. Like everyone knew there was a subscription for
Yeah.
Xbox Live necessary to play online. They bought it anyway, and they paid the 50 $60 a year. So when they released the PS4, they're like, yeah, we're gonna charge for it too, which sucked a lot. Um, but some some things that the Xbox One or slash Xbox Live does that kind of sucks if you don't have a live subscription is really like really bad. So on Xbox 360, I remember I could join people's parties in Xbox 360 without a gold membership.
Okay.
But I could not do voice chat.
What kind of restriction is that?
Like, you could send messages and whatnot, but you could not voice chat.
Okay.
Which is stupid
Yeah,
because
yeah.
even the simplest of games, like on PC or anywhere, the like you can do voice chat, and it's dumb that it's like, oh, you need to have gold to do voice chat.
Yeah. It's
Um, they're trying to on their page here. They're trying to push a lot that it's like cross-platform.
okay.
Um, so they're like stream your Xbox Live to your computer and whatnot. Um, Keep in mind this is supposed to be Windows 10 computers.
Yeah.
Um, and I've not seen it in action, so it might work, but I've heard people say that it is horrible. Like it only works half the time.
Well, does it lag or something like that?
It just sometimes doesn't connect at all. It's like supposed to be that you can play like most of the games on your Xbox.
Okay.
That you're supposed to be able to play it on your tablet or whatever.
Yeah.
Um, and like it, usually doesn't let you do it. It doesn't connect to it. Now, um, they they're advertising it here a whole bunch. Um, but I noticed Sony also has this because I was messing around with my PS4 yesterday, and I found out, oh yeah, I can with the PlayStation app, I can stream my gameplay to my phone. So I could have my phone as a second screen if I wanted to. I don't know why I would use my phone as a second screen, but I still can. I can use my phone and I can use my tablet, and with enough tinkering, I guess I could even use my laptop. So it's the same stuff, but Xbox Live, or on PlayStation, it's free. Xbox Live charges you. That's
Yeah.
another.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to make this an Xbox versus PlayStation, by the way. I'm just
Yeah. Just to be clear.
like this is, and I haven't tried this Xbox Live feature either. Um, cause I don't have an Xbox One, so I can't try it out. But it's on their Xbox Live page, so I'm assuming this is a benefit you get by paying.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They have the share feature here. They're like share epic moments and bring awareness to your accomplishments. So you're able to like you know uh, record stuff like you can in the PS4. That's also seems to be a paid feature. And then of course there's multiplayer,
Yeah.
um, which is what this whole conversation's about.
Yeah.
Uh, and then they're like, "Yo, play was the best, Xbox Live community," but that's still multiplayer. They're just they literally have four posts here that is literally just one thing about like, "Hey, play online, play online."
Yeah. This is the
And
future of gaming. Yeah. Right.
and then they have two posts that's like, "Play on your computer, play on your computer, play on your tablet." Like, thanks, but I don't want to. Like, if I have to be on the same network and whatnot, I can just do it on my big TV
Yeah.
right here where it's more comfortable.
So the other thing people been like uh debating, it's that if I buy the Wii U, if I buy the Wii U,
Yeah,
um it will be only for um single player, and it all depends on the game because I like single player games.
yeah,
But there's also people saying that um you can only buy the Wii U if you like single player games, and that ain't true.
yeah. That's not true. In fact, uh, so Nintendo released a few months ago their famous and like very popular, very successful game, Splatoon.
Yeah.
That game did way better than probably a lot of people expected. Um, it is a highly competitive, fast-paced, and just fun overall game. And it's I don't want to call it a shooter, but at its base, it's kind of like shooter. You got a paint gun, and you're spraying paint all around. You gain points. You gain points by spraying paint all around the field.
And it's a lot of fun. I've seen the
Yeah.
videos.
You don't get points by killing people. You get points by fulfilling objectives.
Mhm.
Um, and but I mean obviously like killing or splatting people as it's called is fun. So, and the game is basically completely multiplayer. It's like Battlefront. It has a, but it actually has a campaign too. It has a campaign. It has a small campaign. It's pretty cool to do. Um, but it's at its core, the game is like it's a multiplayer game. You're gonna be playing it online with your friends. Um, and they keep adding bonus content for free, and they do it like every month. Every month they're adding something new. Like the game's changed so much since the beginning. So, this just proves you can make great online multiplayer experience for free, and you don't even have to make people pay DLC for it. You can just
Exactly.
like they had a whole bunch of stuff planned from the beginning, and now they're just slowly releasing it as updates. You know, um, but it was still a complete game, and they're not making you pay any extra for it.
Yeah,
Which,
like a lot of developers need to learn from these other developers.
yeah. So this is it's a great game. Um, my only issue is that Nintendo sucks with anything online.
Yeah, that's
Uh,
that's because people are complaining about it's just like only for single player. I'm like, okay, but it's other stuff, you know.
Yeah, and by suck, I mean their internet connection or servers aren't bad. That's not it at all. Those were pretty good most of the time. The issue is that like a lot of stuff, Nintendo is like way behind you
Yeah,
know, on their
online.
technology.
Yeah, their hardware too, though.
Yeah. So, matchmaking is weird because you can't really, unless you're playing ranked, you can't make a party, and you can't, if you make a party, you can't really have people be on your same team. It's kind of random, you know. You
Yeah.
can you can play with a friend, and maybe they'll be on your team, maybe they'll be on the opponent's team. So, you know.
Wow. Yeah, it's
Uh,
like Battlefield 3 when we had that issue.
yeah, but at least we could make it happen if we made it, if we all got into, like, we could switch teams mid game and whatnot.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you have that
Uh,
option and all that.
but this is a much smaller game, so you can't do that.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah.
And then we've got for example, Smash Brothers. You can play Smash Bros online now. Um, and playing online is also horrible. Like, um, not really finding people. It's not too hard, but it's mostly just the connection. Connection's usually crap. Um, on Smash Bros. And it's probably because a lot of people are usually always playing, so it's a bit laggier. And and then the latest example is Super Mario Maker.
Okay.
Uh, Super Mario Maker, as you know, you can upload your levels onto the internet, and then people can play them um, by searching for it. But you don't search for levels by name. You search for them with the 12-digit code.
Okay.
Um, and if you don't have the 12-digit code to that level, you can't find it unless it's recommended or something on the page. So, if you saw someone playing a really cool level on YouTube or whatever, and you want to play it, you can't find it unless they, you know, post the name of the, or not the name of the 12-digit code for the level. You can't find it by name. So it really sucks. Now they're improving because they made the website that you can now use with Mario Maker. Um, that you can search for levels there, and you can search for different kinds of levels on there, and you'll get the 12-digit code on there, and or I think it even queues it up for you for the next time you actually launch the game.
Yeah.
So they are improving, but they're behind on the technology and the way it should have been. You know,
Yeah.
and I have no idea why. I'm like, like they made a multiplayer game and they're like, let's make it as annoying as possible to connect. It's super fun, but it's so annoying to connect.
The other thing was, since um, the subscriptions and Microsoft and Sony are like moving towards just cloud gaming. I mean, my concern right now is what's gonna happen with our old games like PS3 or Xbox 360 games that are in the previous generation if they shut them down, and we won't be able to upload them because, I know that one day they will be like, that's it for us for the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360, and we're moving on, and uh, make sure to download everything, and it's gonna suck because it's a really a pain in the ass to just think that, wow, nothing fits in my hard drive anymore, and I cannot download them again because the servers are gonna be down.
Yeah.
And my concern is like, wow, I spent lots of money on these really cool games online, and I can't download them again, see them again, or they're just digital. They were in the cloud, and poof, it's over.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, uh, PS3 games, they're gonna be on the PSN store for a long time.
Yeah.
They're not going away anywhere. Um, Now, are they gonna stop making games for the PS3? Yes, they will
Yeah.
stop making games
They'll
for the
stop
PS3.
eventually. Yeah.
But the games are always gonna be there, and you're gonna be able to download them uh, the whole time. Um, it in the in the distant future, it's when we're like on PS7.
Wow, that's far
Um,
away, man. It's like the 10th generation of consoles.
yeah. At that point, maybe, because it's like, hey, it's expensive to like hold up the servers that have these, and so they might discontinue it, and at that point, you might not be playing these games anymore. Um, and that would suck.
Yeah.
But I'm sure that the issue would be big enough at that point that um, people are like, hey, I have some really cool games that I like. Maybe there's some way to preserve it. You know, because you
Yeah.
paid money for it.
Hmm.
You know, for a lot of them. So it would suck if it just suddenly vanishes. Um, but I wouldn't worry about that like anytime soon. Like in the next year or two, like if for some reason they stop making games for the PS3, which to be honest, they're probably not going to stop making games for the PS3 anytime soon or the Xbox 360, just because uh, both of the consoles were still pretty early in their lifetime.
Right.
Um, like the PS4 and the Xbox One, like people were expecting them, but the PS3 and Xbox 360 developers weren't done with the console. They were just starting to, get used to them, know actually what worked and what didn't. You know.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
So both of the consoles have some of their life left, and hopefully the PS4 and Xbox One won't distract that or distract developers from that. Um, but I'd say it has a while before it vanishes like the PS2.
Yeah.
It's just like the PS2. The PS2 lasted so long. People
Yes.
kept making games and selling it long after the PS3 came out.
Yeah. Wait, so they stopped making games. I think it was 2011, maybe.
They stopped like GameStop stopped selling them in general in 2011, and I can't remember when the last, or no, it wasn't 2011. It was like
2010.
2012,
Oh. Yeah, around
or
there.
2013. I think it was
Around
2013.
there, yeah.
2013, GameStop stopped accepting trade-ins for PS2 games and stopped selling them. And I think the last PS2 game might have been a little bit before that.
Right.
Uh, so that's amazing, really. Because that console came out like ages ago.
We're
You
talking
know,
about like a decade and no, we're talking about a
like
decade and 6 years.
yeah,
Yeah, and 6 years. Yeah, man.
it's an old system,
Yes.
and but hey, it's actually still good. It's
Yes.
still very good.
Yes.
Um, and it was better than the original Xbox. Even though the original Xbox had a hard drive,
Yeah, and yeah.
it was crap.
Though my favorite generation was the sixth generation. That was the Xbox original, GameCube, PlayStation 2, and the Dreamcast.
Yeah,
And
those were all great
yes,
consoles, really.
all great consoles. And the reason I like, those consoles is that I can still buy the games today because of the physical copies. Now,
Yeah, some of
go
them are a little bit harder.
yeah, of course. But right now it's like since I have a lot of digital games, I'm pretty concerned about what's gonna happen with the servers one day. Like if they can't handle with the crap that what's going on with PSN and and Xbox Live, like going down a lot. People can't even go to the store either because they're like apps,
Yeah,
and it sucks so much, and it concerns me a lot. I mean, what's gonna be the future of gaming? Because I know digital copy it's like winning, but physical copy are really important. Because if this is not a digital thing, it's not strong enough, then they shouldn't go that way. Really.
yeah. They seem to be really pushing the digital way, but
Yeah.
you do make a very good point that they like if they're going this way, they have to be dedicated and like we're gonna have the store with these games forever, basically.
Hmm.
Um, until at least our generation dies out, basically.
Yes.
Um, because like where's the money gonna go? Like for the other games, like you said, for old games,
Hmm.
like they're not producing anymore. Physical copies, and a lot of the copies you get are from people who used to own them. They're like, hey, I'm not playing this anymore. It's in new, sometimes not new conditions, very crap conditions, but
Yeah.
still
Yeah.
works. And you get them, and that's the only way you can get them now, through secondhand, the third party.
Exactly.
Um, and it's it's already hard. So imagine, you know, years from now, PS3 is like, oh, you know, your digital games, like unless they're on your hard drive, you can't play them. It'd be weird because I'm thinking, oh, they'd probably have to hack it, and then you'd have to pirate the game to get it.
Yeah, and
Um,
that's
which,
another thing, the piracy and all that. It's
yeah, to be honest, by the time that does happen, that might actually be easy.
mm-hmm.
But obviously, we don't want that to be a solution.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I think that'll be all for today. Thank you for joining us once again for Zyberpunky and Friends. I'm Shinja, and it's been a pleasure sharing and being here with you today. Make sure you subscribe to Cyberpunk's channel, the Cyber Station, and check out my channel, Karibu Kai Play, where I play games with Officer Dan and with other people from time to time. And make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. See you until next time.
See you guys later.